Global non-profit leadership, people, resources, engineering, fun, music, dancing. These are things which you will not hear about in the global market. However, we have got a possibility, a new possibility, that if through these phones we start talking to each other, maybe a novel idea. If you have thought about we have a criminal cult in charge of us all, and that actually there is something really wrong with the toxicity, the cancer, the war, the fact that everything always has to cost money. Why do we have money? Why do we have one human being against another human being? We don't need to do this. In fact, the future will be us working together. The moon, the gravity, the sun, those are the fundamental things that bring about life on Earth. So now it's up to people like myself and you. You're very special. You're the person who I would like to talk to. Yes, we've got a few old men in charge. Yes, they are controlling everything through fear, uncertainty, and doubt. But let's hold up our hands and think, well, I've had enough. I do not want a murder. I do not like war. I want a future for my children. I know I've got the technology. We know that we've got 6 trillion in the bank, which you have not been telling us about. In fact, the truth. We have right-wing fascists lying away, telling people things in this country, that we have to have this, we have to do that. We've got to hate on the migrants. We've got to hate on this. And then everything will be fine because we're blaming somebody else. What happens if it was another way? What happens if we could start being nice to each other? What happens if the very people who are taking money, like Vladimir Putin, Donald Trump, and various other narcissistic people that rely on the arms industry and the oil industry, people are starting to work it out. They're a criminal cult. So, let's rebuild our planet. To do that, I think we need to start talking to 8 billion sisters and brothers through this phone. We only actually need 1 in 100 to take over the planet and to make it beautiful, fun, exciting, decentralizing, and most of all, for love and peace. The system we've got is global. The system we've got is ugly. So let's change it for beauty. So is it going to be goblins or fairies? What do you think? I think it should be logic, common sense, kindness, amazing technologies, dialogue, communication. Let's start talking. So pass this video around. It's global non-profit leadership. We want the World Bank to be peaceful and have a global salary for everybody and the robots.